and I am live now. Bonjour, bonjour tout le monde. Bonjour Moonshine. Bonjour Jesus. Bonjour Mohammed. Forever Gamer. Oh, I recognize that name. Bonjour Nagesh. Bonjour Jubilee. Sabrina. Very good question early on, by the way. Sabrina asked about the difference between quel. And funnily enough, we have covered this very subject during the live hangout last week. So Shannon is a member. Bonjour Shannon. Would you please help me pronounce my partner's name, which is Florent is your partner's name. His family say that sounds like I have a hot potato in my mouth when I say it. Now, Shannon, your partner is called Florent. Here we go. Repeat, Florent. Make sure you do the R sound really well. Yeah. Bonjour tout le monde. Bonjour Justin. Bonjour tout le monde. Now, I thought that today I'm going to teach you two things, but if you have a question for me, obviously you can fire away a question. Now, bear in mind that I can't see the questions because they go very quickly. So someone is going to feed me some questions on my screen here. I wish you could see what I see. I see like 3 different screens here. So I'm okay. Thank you, Parmeshwar. Bonjour, comment allez-vous? Aujourd'hui, ça va bien, merci. I hope that you are good over there and that you keep busy. That's the principle. And I'm so glad that you've hooked on to these live lessons today. Bonjour tout le monde. Please make as infinitive adjective like plusieurs and certain and aucun. You want me to do Solomon? I guess it's going too fast. You want me to do a lesson on certain and aucun and aucune, I think. It's going too fast. Anyway, I'm going to start a lesson, okay? And then what we are going to do is try to answer some questions once they are fed into me and not going as fast as that. Now, here we go, guys. The funny siblings. Is that their name? Asadullah, bonjour, Naum, and Sunal, and Narak, and Georgia, Mahmoud, you need French and to be able to pass the TEF exam. Now, Mahmoud, the TEF exam, I believe, is a B1 level, so what you need to understand is what you need to, what level you need to go off to achieve that. And I would definitely 100% recommend to get a book and follow as many of my lessons as possible, either on YouTube or on my website, and know grammatical points so you can use them during a conversation. And the more accurate you become, the more people can understand you, the more there is a conversation going. Oh, Abadan, that's a lot of heart. Okay. Bonjour. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share my screen with you and we are going to do demonstrative adjectives, okay? I'm going to teach you a little bit of lessons here, demonstrative adjectives. So hopefully you can see, okay, what they are. Now, demonstrative adjectives. Hello, Anna. Bonjour. And we have a member here. I like to see members in my open live. It always makes me happy. Bonjour. Now, I'm sorry that your dog passed away, MC Stealth, and I know you did so well for your GCSE exam that was not happening this year. So I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, what is that? C'est, set, ce, set. Okay, well, they mean, okay, this, and I'm going to use my, here we go, this or that or these or those. Okay, can you see my screen here? I'm going to put this here, okay? So when in English you say this or that, in French we've got 4 different ways, and I'm missing one actually, which is say. That's a bit stupid. Oh no, it's here on top. Now, we've got 4 different ways of saying this, that, or this or those. So we are going to try to have a look with a list of words here, whether we would say c'est or set or ce or set, okay? But let me give you some rules before we do that. And please, please do not put anything on the comments yet, because I want everybody to try to work it out. So here we go. You use c'est as in these or those when the word that follows is a plural noun, okay? So basically this means these or those because it's plural, okay? You use set when the word that follows is a feminine word, and we are going to cover a little bit about feminine and masculine in 1 minute. So set, feminine, so this means this or that, okay? You use ce, okay, when the word that follows is masculine. So this means this or that, okay? And this is where the difficulty is in French. You have to take into account so many different factors. And is the word that follow a feminine word, masculine word? Is the word that follow a masculine plural? Is the word that follow a feminine plural? You have to take so much into account here, okay? So, is the word that follows begins with a vowel or an H, okay? And I'm going to put that, it's this or that. But this word will have to be masculine only. So we say C-E-T, set, okay? If the word that follows is begins with a vowel, okay, or an H, okay? Yes, Mohamed Abdullahi, I'm sorry that I mispronounced your name. It is Cet Hotel. It's a very good example. Cet Hotel, this hotel. And why is it C-E-T and not C-E? Because it's masculine, okay? Because that word is masculine, but it begins with a vowel. Now, here we go. I've got some words here, so have a look at these again. C'est, set, ce, or set when the word that begins with a feminine, when a vowel or a H. Okay. Fourchette. What do we say? We want to say this fork, and I'm going to draw a fork here. Here's my fork. Well, that's my fourchette. Okay. Looks more like a garden tool than anything. Has it got 4 picks like that? I don't know. Anyway, ce, set, c'est, au set. Absolutely, yes, it is set fourchette. So let me have a look at that and write set. Okay, fourchette. So why is it set fourchette? Because that word is, I'm going to do it pink, a feminine word, okay? Now, 75% of the time, if the word ends with an E, it is likely to be a la word, a feminine word, okay? So, well done you. Now let's have a look at the next one. Assiette. Assiette, it's a plate. So I'm going to draw the plate here. Okay, that's mon assiette. Okay, here we go. So that's l'assiette. Okay, I'm going to put pasta in it. Okay, there you go. Okay, that's mon assiette. Okay, so l'assiette, okay? Assiette. Is it, have a look at that. C'est, set, ce, ou set, okay? Now, j'oublie ces assiettes. Mounib, ces assiettes. Shahab, il faut expresser la T de set. Alors, Shahab, we don't say expresser. We say prononcer, probablement, exprimer. We hear the T because the words that follow begins with a vowel or an H. Okay, so you will naturally say it. Okay. Shabir, you never ever put set, C-E-T-T-E, in the plural form. The only plural form you will have is this here, and that will be for feminine or masculine word, okay? So in that case, assiette has an S, So, regardless whether it's a feminine or a masculine word, you are going to use the demonstrative adjective that relates to a plural word, which is ces assiettes, okay? Ces assiettes, okay? But assiette has a gender. I know that here we can't tell because it is in its plural form. It has a gender. It is actually feminine. So we talk about la, une assiette, okay? So what about the funny siblings, cette assiette, and I like what you're doing because you're applying the rule here, but that was a bit tricky here because you need to know the gender of that word in order to do that, okay? So what we can do now, let's have a look at couteau. Now, couteau. Couteau. Now, couteau is a knife. Okay, couteau. Couteau, that's a knife, okay? So, couteau, what do we use when we want to say this knife? Okay, do we use c'est, cette, ce, or set? Okay, what do you think? Alors, Forever Gamer, you say set, Mounid, ce couteau, et ces couteaux Shabir. Yes, you're on fire. Very good. So Shabir has given us what it is in its singular form and what it is in its plural form. Okay, and it is indeed ce couteau. Absolutely, ce couteau. So here we go. Ce couteau. And again, that's because we know, well, I know, but now you know that the word is a masculine word. So I'm going to circle it in blue, okay? So ce couteau. And Shabir is right. Put this word into its plural form, and I'll show you very quickly what it becomes. It becomes couteau with an X and not an S, because sometimes you have plurals with X's, okay? And then we add the plural, okay? Can you see that? Okay. Now the next word is verre. Now verre, see, I was into my cutlery today. It's a glass, okay? As in a cup you drink from, okay? So verre. Verre. Okay, so verre, we've got to figure out, okay, what gender is verre before you put this demonstrative adjective. Before that, what is the gender? Now, David, cet verre. Pinky, cet verre. And Sistel, ce verre. Okay, so you're not all agree because it's a feminine singular. Jones and said Virginia. Okay, this is where we're all going crazy. Sampada, Brenda, said verre. Okay. Do you know when I said that feminine words end with an E 75% of the time? Well, it's 75% of the time, which means that sometimes you're going to have words that ends with E but are actually masculine. So knowing that verre is a masculine word, which one of these are you going to put? So it's masculine singular, so there is not plural. You are going to put ce, okay? Ce. No, yes, MC Stealth, you're right. It is a masculine singular. So it is ce verre, okay? So what we are learning here, we're learning that actually, though most of the time the word that ends with an E is going to be feminine, the rest of the time it's not, okay? So verre is a glass and it's masculine. Here in this case it's masculine singular, okay? Meaning now it doesn't matter if you got it wrong, darling. It really doesn't matter. It's not, nobody's judging. Well, I'm certainly not. Yes, David, I knew it. Moninaka, yes, she knows it or he knows it. I'm not sure. Okay, so now cuillère. So here we go, still into our cutlery. Cuillère. Okay, that's that's a spoon. Okay, that's a spoon. So cuillère. Okay, cuillère. Ce, cette, c'est. What do you think? Now, first of all, identify. I'm going to get rid of that to make it much clearer for you. Identify the gender. Okay, whoa, yes, yes, you've got it. That's wrong. Set, Joseph. Okay. Alexa, you can call me Rahim. Ah, I've got a name for you, Rahim. Well done. Okay, so here we go. Set, indeed, because that word is feminine. Okay, and again, it goes with the rule that it ends with an E. Okay, so therefore it is likely, by 75% likely, to be a feminine word. Okay, well done, Dolma, Abdallah. Cheryl, 7 cuillères. Okay. Now, the next word is serviette. Okay, I'm not sure how I'm going to do serviette. Serviette is a napkin. Oh, alors. So, what is the demonstrative adjective that goes with napkin? So, this is my napkin. You know. Oh no, I'm not sure why I've done that. Okay. So, serviette. Se, set, set, oh, c'est. Okay. So here we go, cette serviette, here we go, cette serviette, because indeed serviette is a feminine word. So cette serviette, this napkin, okay? And we are going to, yes, well done, Sampada, well done. Okay, set. Who said so? Gislan, not so, because serviette is feminine, therefore, when you want to say this, it's going to be that one here. Can you see that? Set in feminine, okay? And to finish, we're going to do arbre, arbre. Now, arbre is a tree, so I'm going to draw a tree. Oh, well, okay. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so arbre. Okay, arbre. Do we say ce arbre, cet arbre, ces arbres? Okay. Now, arbre, it's very difficult to pronounce. Arbre, okay, because there's two r. Okay, so we've got, yes, it's going too fast. Okay, here we go. Well done, you guys, if you have answered cet arbre. Okay, so now, why is it set? Okay, because look, we've got ces assiettes here. Okay, it has a vowel, it starts with a vowel. Arbre starts with a vowel as well, but this one is in its singular form. It has no S, therefore it's not plural, but it is, and again, you must learn this by heart, it's a masculine word. And because it's a masculine word, and because it starts with a vowel, you have to write set in front of it, okay? Sampada, absolutely, set. So what's extraordinary, and I'm telling you every time, you know, you have to consider so many different things, okay? Is your word a feminine word, masculine word? Is your word feminine plural or masculine plural? You have to take this in consideration. Okay, so I've got, I have a few questions here. À quelle heure est-ce que tu te lèves? Is the form of that question right? How can I ask that question without using est-ce que and can I say à quelle heure tu te lèves? Sabrina, that's a very good question. I'm going to answer this one very quickly. I had prepared a clock for you as well, just in case you wanted to learn about clock. Anyway, so à quelle heure? Now, when you ask questions in French, okay, especially this one, so à quelle heure, at what time, okay, est-ce que tu te lèves? Okay, I'm not sure you can see that, okay. À quelle heure est-ce que tu te lèves? Okay. Now, Sabrina says, how can I ask that question without using est-ce que, and can I say à quelle heure tu te lèves? Okay, so let's get rid of for a minute est-ce que, okay, and can we say à quelle heure tu te lèves? At what time do you get up? So Sabrina, the question is absolutely, you can say that to a French person. You could say à quelle heure tu te lèves? and say it very quickly, okay? And we would understand absolutely what you mean. It's absolutely French. You say, à quelle heure est-ce que tu te lèves? À quelle heure tu te lèves? Another way of asking this, à quelle heure te lèves-tu? Te lèves-tu? Okay, if you invert te, the pronoun, the reflexive pronoun to the subject pronoun, okay? Est-ce que tu vas au cinéma, Katie? Yes. Well, at the moment, we can't go to the cinema, as you know. I'm sure you can't. Well, if you can, you're lucky. But it's a good question with est-ce que, absolutely. So, very quickly, if you want to use est-ce que, so, when, est-ce que, okay? Now, what's interesting about est-ce que, it's like... it doesn't serve much purpose. You could technically remove it. So, for example, tu vas au cinéma, okay, which here means you're going to the cinema, okay, can you say that? Tu vas au cinéma, okay. So, if we wanted to ask a question using est-ce que, sorry, I'm just... messing up with my... okay. Est-ce que, then we would say... Est-ce que tu vas au cinéma? Question mark. Okay, can you see that? Est-ce que tu vas au cinéma? Okay, so what I have done actually is I have taken the whole sentence. You are going to the cinema. Okay, and all I did in order to ask the question, I've added est-ce que. Is it that? Okay, and I kept the question exactly the way it's presented. Est-ce que tu vas au cinéma? Okay, so that's a really good way of doing it, okay? But another way you could say, are you going to the cinema, is by inverting the subject and the verb. So if I invert the subject and the verb, so tu vas au cinéma, okay? So tu vas au cinéma is my sentence. You are going to the cinema. Okay, and Munib, absolutely, you invert. So here's the subject, here's the verb, okay, here's the preposition, and here's the complément de lieu, okay, so the noun, the place, the object, you know, of the verb. So what we do here, we invert the verb and the subject in order to form a question. And how do we do that? Vas-tu? Can you see? And I've put a hyphen in the middle, okay? Vas-tu au cinéma? And suddenly what we've done is, are you going to the cinema? Okay, but you could say, est-ce que tu vas au cinéma? Okay, we use est-ce que as well, which is absolutely fine. Okay, so est-ce que tu vas au cinéma? Okay, so this is the way we use est-ce que, and of course we can use est-ce que in so many different ways. Okay, okay, for example, you want to say quand, when are you going to the cinema? So quand, you can do it different ways. So quand vas-tu au cinéma? Okay. So that's one way of doing it. When are you going to the cinema? And now you want to add est-ce que to your question. And in order to do that, you must absolutely invert back the subject and the verb. So quand est-ce que, and then you invert tu vas au cinéma. So this is interesting because in French we have so many different ways of expressing a question. Lost the word for a minute. Okay, so that's another way of doing it. So remember, if you are using est-ce que, keep the sentence as it is. You do not need to invert the subject and the verb. However, if you do not have est-ce que, so here is est-ce que, we keep the subject and the verb in that place, okay? But when it's not here, we have the verb and the subject inverted, okay? Alors, another question. Morad Tabika, I thought le, la, les was the, but I see it being used in sentence like je le parle. Can you explain the concept here? Okay, Morad, it's a very good question, by the way, very complicated. And what you're referring to is direct object pronouns. So, let me explain. Le, la, les, okay, serve two purposes here. They mean the, okay? So we are happy with that, okay? For example, la pomme. La pomme is feminine, okay? So la pomme, okay? So the apple, okay? La refers as a feminine word, okay? But when you use le, la, les in a direct object pronoun, it has a different role. So let me show you. If we wanted to say je mange la pomme. Okay? So we know what that means, don't we? Je mange la pomme. I eat the apple. Okay? So happy with that? Okay? Ou je mange les pommes. So we'll do that in 1 second. So je mange la pomme. Now, who was it? Morad. Have a look at that. La is here a definite article. That's what we call it. Yeah? So the as a definite article. Okay? Here we have la as a definite article. Now I'm going to do something and watch very carefully. Je la mange. So suddenly, we have used la as a definite article, but it is now becoming a direct object pronoun. Oh, Bouchan, yes, you beat me to it. Well done. You're good. Okay, so what we've done here, Morad, okay, what we've done is that we have transferred la and use it as a direct object pronoun, so we do not have to repeat the word pomme. Okay, can you see that? So Joseph, absolutely. I think that I have some helpers on the chat here. Joseph, that's exactly what it means. I eat it. And it is what refers to as the apples. Okay, so what you could think, and la refers as the feminine, of course. So what you could do now, if you were to replace, here we go, pomme by its plural. Je mange les pommes. I eat the apples. Now you want to say, I eat them. I eat them. So, how would you say, I eat them? Okay? So this is je mange les pommes, I eat the apples, but you want to say, I eat them. Ooh, Kanika! Okay, and Dipti, and Leonard, well done. Okay. Elvis, whoa, you're good. You're good. Okay, so je les mange. Okay. Je les mange. So what we've done, we have, the definite article the, okay, and that has been transformed into a direct object pronoun, okay, the, okay, je les mange, okay. Now, I saw someone said, but what is the negation of that? I've just seen something, it goes so quickly, I tell you, too quickly. Okay, so, what if you were to use je les mange, okay, but you wanted to say, so I eat them, je les mange, and you want to say, I do not eat them. How do we do that? I do not eat them. So what are you going to do? Joseph, thank you, Joseph. Mounim, je ne les mange pas. Je ne mange pas pomme. Dick, I like that. Okay, yes, please. You can explain negative forms as well. Okay, Dipti, if I have a time, I've got 1 minute to do that. But I will come back, whatever happens. Okay, so Right. Here we go. Je ne les mange, and I'm going to bring that back here. I don't know why okay, je ne les mange. Here we go. And the pas goes at the end. Okay, so well done, you guys. When you put a negation, look at where the direct object pronoun goes. It goes right before the verb, but ne and pas circle the whole structure here. Okay. Je ne les mange pas. Well done, you. Well done. I use with feminine singular beginning with vowel cet ami or cet ami. I can't. Wait, it's going too fast. Oh no, I've lost it. I didn't have time to think about that one. Okay, so another question. Jubilee, could you come live on Plus que Parfait next time, please? Okay. I can't do the Plus que Parfait, but saying that, I explain really well on my course the Plus que Parfait. And if you go to Learn French with Alexa, I know that I've got to do some publicity for my website, but on my website we cover levels from A1 to C2 level, and the Plus Perfect, the Plus que Parfait, is covered in great length in it. And so, you know, I do invite you. And by the way, I do cover Plus que Parfait in one of my videos on YouTube. So maybe it would be worth looking at. Sabrina, what is that? I don't. Which demonstrator will I use? Cet ami. Okay, that's interesting, actually. It's a very good question. Would you use... Let's go back to my set. I didn't do the time. I wanted to do the time. Cet ami. Okay. Do you know, it's a very good question that you've just asked, Mohammed. I need to look into it, because probably I wouldn't be surprised if you use both. In that respect, you should technically, only technically, if it's a feminine, use set. C-E-T-T-E, cet ami. Okay. Cet ami, I think that it is cet ami if it's a feminine, and cet ami like that if it's a masculine. But I need my special person, and I will ask her, actually, because I have doubts on that as well, which means it's a very good question. You got me. Okay, so Rahim, MC Steph, I forgot. Rahim, I forgot your name. Alexa, is this substitutive? Il faut que j'aille en France pour étudier. It sounds incorrect. No, it's absolutely correct. Il faut que j'aille en France pour étudier. Absolutely. It's correct. Okay. Okay. So, could we have everybody say goodbye? I'm going to stop here, and because here it's quite late, and guys, it must be very late where you are. What time is it? Here it's I did my clock here, okay, just for you, and I'm going to do aujourd'hui il est, let's have a look at the time, 7 heures, so 7 heures, and it's 33. Voilà, 7h33. 7h, 11:33 in quarantine, so I have time. Yes, we're all in quarantine and we all have time. So learn a lot of French, okay? Come back to me when you are fluent in French. 12:33 p.m. a.m. Oh my gosh, go to bed. Go to bed. Okay, okay. 2h33, 11h33. 1h30, 2h30, 12h03 in India. By the way, lots of love to India. I know that we watch quite a lot in India. So, what's the difference between COE and COD? Okay, that's another lesson completely. I will cover that maybe at my next live. So keep watching, absolutely keep watching. Love to you all. And what do I say? Au revoir, à bientôt, bisous bisous. Joseph is in Lyon, 20h34 à Lyon. À bientôt, au revoir, and I will try to answer some questions, I promise you. I promise you one day. Okay. Maybe next week. Okay. Au revoir. À bientôt. Bisous, bisous. Bye bye.